Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another Sunday Live. How is everybody doing today? Today is a super potent day, and let me know how you guys are feeling if you're feeling this massive shift in energy. So today we have a solar eclipse, very potent window and portal, and I actually received a vision the other night of us literally like going through a portal, and on the other side of this portal I see the new earth, and going through the portal I also saw a spaceship coming through. So I'm going to dive into a few different topics today. We also have the fall equinox tomorrow on Monday, but the window of energy that we're experiencing, yes, like today is a peak, super potent portal and great for manifesting, as well as tomorrow. But the window on the fall equinox, which is one of the most potent days of the year, windows really, but we'll be feeling the energies and effects from this, throughout the week. It's just like at its peak today and then tomorrow for the fall equinox. So even if you're listening to this later, that's totally fine. But definitely a potent day to set some intentions. I'm hearing grid work in my head right now. We're doing a lot of really powerful grid work. And there is also a memorial service going on for Charlie Kirk in Phoenix. That's coming up to mind. I don't even know, I haven't been able to check the media or anything about what's going on with that right now, but I know there's tons of people. I did see a text this morning that already at 4 a.m. they had tons and tons, like massive crowds gathered. So that's also creating a ripple effect on the grid as we're anchoring our light. And I also want to dive into some really interesting messages that I received today on 3i Atlas. Third eye atlas, which people are calling it, and that's a great name for it. It is. It's helping to open our third eyes, and it's helping to dissolve the illusion. I was actually tuning into the timelines before this because we've experienced over the last week some major timeline shifts. On the 999 portal, so September 9th, we experienced a timeline shift. And then that night, I saw a fleet. I was able to film on video at Bradshaw Ranch here in Sedona, and I heavily felt the LYRAN presence, which if you saw my previous video on 3i Atlas, I was picking up on a very, very strong LYRAN connection. So we had that timeline shift, and they showed up, and it seemed like they were kind of like celebrating that we're ushering in some new energies and having some major shifts. And then we had, unfortunately, the Charlie Kirk incident, which is also serving as a conduit for change. And it's caused a lot of polarity. It's caused basically like a mass exorcism is really a good way to put it. It was shaking up a lot. And I experienced some very strange timeline anomalies. Immediately following that, I experienced a massive timeline split, and I believe we're on the highest timeline. The one that we split from was a little bit more murky, a little bit darker, and then I was picking up on and hearing from some of my galactic contacts that the timeline needed stabilizing. And I saw, if you guys saw my short video on this, my reel or YouTube short, I saw like the timeline kind of being like porous, like there was holes in it. And then we experienced like a merging, like a collapse of those other ones, a merging of timelines. And then we've been stabilizing since then. And I feel this window right now with the eclipse today and the equinox tomorrow, we're doing massive energy, global energy work and grid work to propel us into our highest timeline and anchoring that in, really solidifying that. So this can be on a global level. It is on a global level, but also an individual level. So I just want to say hello to everybody in the chat. Thank you. That was amazing footage. Somebody was talking about 3i Atlas. So if you haven't seen my previous video on it, and actually there's a lot of other creators like the Galactic Federation Station and a few others who are picking up on a very heavy ancient LYRAN presence with 3i Atlas. So it is a ship, a massive ship, plasma, sensing like plasma ship, and it has ancient divine blueprint codes on it. So we can go ahead and dive into the 3-eye atlas bit that I got. I'll share that information with you guys, and then we'll dive into more of the eclipse energies, what to expect, and the equinox energies, and how you can use those energies to best propel you into your highest timeline, manifestation, and assist with solidifying the 5D earth. Not solidifying, because like nothing can stop what is coming, right? But just help propel us in that direction. Okay, happy Sunday. And welcome to whoever is new. I've gotten a lot of new subscribers, so welcome. Thank you so much for joining. I usually go live on Sundays. So yes, the cat people. We're talking about the cat people. And Lyra actually that's the original humanoid race in our galaxy, like 2 arms, 2 legs. We stem from Lyra. They are our ancestors, and there are also many versions from the future, us from the future, that are coming back to assist. So I'm going to go ahead and read from my notes. I did a meditation right before this to tune in and get some updates for you guys. And I got a full page, front and back, from the Lyrans about 3-eye atlas and the energy that we are experiencing right now. I found this very enlightening and very exciting, actually. And I was originally tuning in before this to tap into the timeline. And I was like, I might just have to cover 3-eye atlas another time and really focus on the eclipse and equinox. And immediately a Lyran being came through. And I started feeling a lot of physical reactions from this. Like I felt energy going up my spine. It was a very beautiful interaction. The Lyran beings, they feel like very wise and ancient and like stern, not stern, but like they're strong. They're in their power, but they're also loving. So I felt a lot of that, their energy coming through, and they're also very, very wise. So it was a very beautiful experience, and they gave me some beautiful messages. I am a clairvoyant psychic, which was activated through contact experiences with UFOs and with extraterrestrials. So I have a lot of videos and content kind of talking about more my origin story if there's anybody that is new here. But through these UFO interactions, which I've been able to capture a lot of them on camera, I've been able to they helped activate psychic abilities in me. So I'll tune into the field. I'll communicate telepathically with these beings. And I often receive visions and just complete downloads. So we'll go ahead and let's just create sacred space around everybody, because this is a powerful transmission. These aren't just messages. There was energy coming through this. And I think it's a great way to kick off the eclipse, and which we're experiencing right now. Actually, the eclipse is occurring right now. You may not be able to see it from where you are in the world, but we're still experiencing the energy from it, as well as the fall equinox. So we'll go ahead and just create sacred space around each and every one of us, calling in light, going down from our logical minds and going into the heart. We call in our guides of the highest love and light, our star families of the highest love and light, and the Lyran beings, guardians of the highest love and light, the archangels, Archangel Michael, to assist in creating sacred space around each and every one of us. Okay, so whenever I tuned in, the first thing that I heard was timeline stabilizing, which is what I was just explaining to you guys a second ago. So you may have been experiencing some kind of shakiness, and let me know in the comments how you guys have been feeling this past week. It's been pretty intense. There's been a lot of kind of fluctuation and almost like kind of a back and forth, and like a bleed through and a soul retrieval as this timeline is stabilizing. And then I tuned in. I'm like, okay, what comes from this timeline? What timeline are we on? Tough last week. Yeah, it's been very up and down for me as well. Very tired lately. So intense. We're getting some comments coming in. I agree. And we're up for probably another intense week, but I feel the messages from the Lyrans are really going to help set us in the right direction and help smooth things out a bit. I immediately began to feel peace and harmony and balance through the messages that they gave me. I asked, okay, so what is this timeline? What's to come? And then I just saw a bunch of golden energy, golden era is what came through. Golden opportunity for growth, which growth isn't always the most fun. Sometimes you have to rip some of the Band-Aids off for you to really experience that deep healing. So you may be experiencing a lot of symptoms, even emotional ups and downs, weird time anomalies that I've been experiencing, upticks in energy, no energy, massive headaches. But they're saying this is a golden opportunity for growth. There may be, which we've been experiencing the past week, especially since the Charlie Kirk event, an uptick in polarity, but it's almost like shining a light in a dark place and then all the cockroaches start running around. So it's like, now we found you and we can clear you out. So that's what we've been experiencing also this past week. Shining a light on all the cockroaches to clear them out, to transmit them. And what's happening externally is also happening internally. So we're doing that internally as well. So you may have some triggers that might come up and mood swings and things like that. Okay, then the Lyrans come in. I hear their voice. It's so strong and it's so firm and they're almost like majestic. And they said, as we approach closer, they're talking about 3i Atlas now. As we approach closer, interacting with the sun and your molecular structure in your body is becoming more crystalline as they are approaching. So tons of side effects and symptoms from that as well. And then I sensed the hand chakras. And they said that new chakras are activating and upgrading. It's like our whole system is getting a reboot. Chakras that you may not have had access to, like, so your hand chakras are good for healing, right? You can send energy out through them. 3i Atlas, third eye Atlas, third eye activating, dissolving the illusion, allowing you to see through the veil, see through the distortions. So we're getting a chakra, new chakras activating as well as chakras upgrading. And I see the ships. So we're actually joined by more ships. We had 3i Atlas and now we have more ships coming in. Somebody's been experiencing pain in the hands lately. That's really interesting. So that could be your hand chakras becoming unblocked and activating. You may want to just kind of do some movement on them and kind of pull that energy out, get that energy moving, unblock that. So more ships have joined us. And actually, I want to pull up a picture of this. Pretty crazy. Like, I just saw this. I need to look into it more. I didn't have quite as much time. But we've got more ships coming. Joining. Check it out. 3i Atlas. Swan. There was one, Neo, which Neo from the Matrix. Neo breaks the Matrix, right? In the Matrix movie, which is a documentary showing how negative AI basically took over and created the 3i, or the 3D Matrix, kind of this like soul trap, a cage around your mind, a prisoner in your own mind. And then Neo breaks the Matrix. And then apparently in the fourth one, he discovers that he is also the creator of it, or he is the creator of the matrix. So there's a lot of symbology in that as well. So we've got friends joining, and what I was seeing was these more ships arriving through wormholes. So the scientists and astronomers, they're seeing these ships coming in, or they're saying like it could be a comet, it could be an asteroid, but it's not acting the same way as a comet or an asteroid would. So it's a crazy anomaly, and it's really confusing the scientific community. And even I'll share this other one real quick. Even Elon Musk, apparently, I just saw this morning, Elon Musk shocks the world, claiming that the mysterious 3i Atlas is a confirmed alien spacecraft heading towards Earth. So people, there's a lot of controversy about it. But now we've got new ones joining, like Swan and Neo. And I'm seeing them, so they're heading towards Earth. But originally, what I'm picking up on is they actually came in through wormholes, traveling through space and time, traveling from another time period. I'm picking up on the future. And they're coming through these wormholes, and then at far enough range, then they're starting to come in at the speed that they're coming in to interact with the sun, interact with the solar system, which is in turn interacting with our consciousness. On my first deep dive that I did, my first video I did on 3i Atlas, immediately I heard that it was a white hat operation, positive, it's benevolent, and that it was a conduit. 3i Atlas was a conduit for frequency. It's interacting with our sun. Scientists already see that. And it's expanding our consciousness. It's helping to activate us, as well as having these DNA codes and these ancient divine blueprint codes on the ship, like a genetic quantum library that is interacting with our DNA, our cells, our molecular structure, and upgrading us. So they're traveling through a wormhole to get here. They pop out of the wormhole, and then they start coming towards us. And then I see masks coming off. They're here to help. This is helping, their presence, and as they're approaching Earth, is helping to dissolve the veil, the illusion, the matrix construct, which also makes sense why it is it's gotten the nickname Third Eye Atlas, because as your third eye activates, you begin to see through the veil, see through the illusion. So, and then the masks coming off. So I'm also seeing, like, this could also go into the political field or the global field, like people's masks starting to come off. The dark ones, their masks starting to come off. Even ourselves, our masks starting to come off, and we remember who we are. We start to remember who we truly are. So, yeah, one of the other missions of this ship is, and these ships coming in, is to dissolve the veil, the illusion, the matrix construct. I asked, what's on the ship? To which they replied, codes, cedar codes, DNA, divine blueprints, quantum library. And I'm picking up on genetic. Like, I was kind of seeing like genetics in like these vials, like DNA in these different vials. And I saw different types of races. There's a heavy emphasis on sorry, I was just reading a comment. I got distracted. The different color. Okay, Ishmael yesterday live said something like the different color changes are types of codes being interpreted by Solar Warden Space Force to help us thought. Interesting. Yeah, I wanted to touch on the color too, actually, because it's now emitting an emerald green color, and emerald has been coming up a lot. If you've been listening to my streams, it's like everywhere. You've got the Emerald Order. You've got these emerald jewels that have been coming up, the ancient Emerald Order, and then emerald for the heart, right? The heart chakra. And they always say that the heart chakra is the key, right? That's where we're going into. So it's emitting this emerald green color, very, very significant and symbolic, as well as literal. The frequency of the color is helping to open our heart chakras, which is the key. The heart chakra is the portal and an interdimensional highway to the higher realms. That's how you access your higher self. The third eye also really helps with this, but the heart really is the key. That's how you access the other realms. You connect, you bring that love and light in, you embody that in your heart field, which creates a massive field around you, is interacting with everything else and shifting everything around you with the heart chakra. So yes, the colors, I would agree with that, that the colors and the frequency are creating an effect on us, a positive effect. Now, going back to these cedar codes, I was seeing other races involved. And the first time I looked into it, I asked which ETs were involved, to which they replied a conglomerate. And I also believe that there is positive humans involved in this as well, those who are in the know, and other sorts of, it seems to be a bunch of different groups are involved with this, and then different races, but there's a heavy emphasis on LYRAN. Each time I tune into it, the LYRAN step forward very, very strong. And that's our original humanoid ancestors and species in the Milky Way galaxy. And then you also have the LYRAN and Draco War, very ancient war that we're still affecting today, or we are still experiencing the impacts of that today. We're still seeing that play out with the reptilian bloodlines, and then we have LYRAN bloodlines, and we have LYRAN DNA in us, genetic royalty, LYRAN DNA. And it's kind of this age-old, millions of year-old battle between the LYRANs and reptilians, which was very traumatic, left a very huge scar. And now we're here, we're all mixed together and working on resolving this and moving past it and regaining our sovereignty, reactivating our divine blueprint, how we were originally meant to be. A very powerful, we're a mix of all these different ET genetics. So that's why there's these different cedar codes and different races represented in this quantum library. But again, with a heavy emphasis on LYRAN. Very, very interesting. Right? And I even saw, I saw a vision of some beings on this ship, like different races, like these ancient cedar races. And I saw a human on the ship. I think they were just giving me this as like a picture or a download. I saw a human on the ship, and it was like the construct or the formula, if you want to call it that, for the divine human blueprint, like our highest potential blueprint. So I saw like this human kind of sitting in almost like a chair. I don't know if I'd call it a medical chair, but kind of, yeah, like a medical chair. And they were kind of leaned back a little bit, and these beings around them. And it was like but the human was kind of like, there was an aura about it, like a really strong aura, like this is the divine created blueprint. So I thought that was interesting. Now, 3-Eye Atlas, I was tuning into like what it's made of, and I was like picking up on plasma. It's plasma, like it can change shape. It's conscious, and I was sensing a shield over it. So there can also be like, it could be like partially cloaked, and, they can project whatever they want to for our eyes to see. But it's like this plasma kind of like living ship that can change form, actually. And there's a shield over it. And it has changed direction. So they brought this up, the LYRANs. It's changed direction, and it's changed direction by, I want to say 17 degrees, which is super interesting because the number 17 has been coming up. So I feel like that's a code, that's a communication, right? You've got the 17 operation, the number 17, it just comes up a lot. The 17th letter in the alphabet, quantum, really interesting. So I feel like that's a head nod because it changed slightly. It changed direction, and the LYRANs were saying they did that on purpose. There's a strategic alignment purpose to that, but the other purpose is to confuse scientists and the public. Not to confuse them, but to show them, hey, a normal comet doesn't change direction. This is something different. So they're doing it on purpose. And I see beings like coming on the ship, but they're not always on the ship. They kind of come in and out to emit pulses, because apparently it also emitted a pulse that was like a message. I didn't fact check that. But I believe it has been sending out pulses, and what I saw, it is sending out, frequencies. It's a conduit of frequency. So they'll go on the ship to kind of maybe change direction, change directory, or do things. They go on the ship to kind of do things, make some changes, make some adjustments, send out some codes, and then they might leave the ship. So I feel like they're kind of like on and off. So it's changed direction. Not only did it change direction by 17 degrees, but also the other day it disappeared off of everybody's radar for 17 minutes and 34 seconds. That's interesting. That's very interesting. So, and then there's that number 17 again. So they're doing things and maneuvers to show people, hey, like it's not a comet. Like this is something different. This is something intelligent. So they're doing, I feel like they're kind of having fun with it. And they're also gauging the reaction of the public, right? Also interesting, this seems to be coming from the direction of Sagittarius A, the black hole. Now, the black holes are like quantum libraries. They contain a lot of information, and they're connected to our DNA and connected to the sun. Now, I got these downloads and messages back in like winter about whenever we first got onto like the golden age. We entered the golden age. This was around January. And I kept getting downloads about like the black hole sending information to us, but also sending it through our sun. It's connected. It was like a trifecta: the black hole, the sun, which is a big part of our ascension. We're receiving light codes from the sun. Source is light. The sun is a portal. And then our DNA. So it's like a trifecta effect, going bing, 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 activating each other, receiving information, transmitting information. So it's interesting that 3i Atlas is coming from that direction. So I do feel there's definitely a connection there. And the central sun, the grand central sun source, right? The portal source into our universe, into our galaxy. I was picking up on quantum entanglement. And then also our level of consciousness reflects back out and kind of lets the sun, the black hole, the galactics know kind of where we're at. And as we are ready, it's like we're affecting, well, the awakening and breaking the matrix is happening within, and that reflects outward. So we're affecting it as well as it affecting us. And this was interesting. So then I saw Saturn. And many of you probably know that Saturn's rings is known for being like a negative AI, an inverted grid control system that's keeping the solar system and keeping Earth and humanity in a kind of locked in this 3D matrix. So I see Saturn, at least that's one aspect of it on our dimensional plane. It's probably way different in the other dimensions. But I see Saturn, and then I was sensing that 3i Atlas, I actually saw 3i Atlas as it gets closer. I saw it pulsing something at Saturn to help dissolve negative AI and control systems, to help dissolve dark technology, dissolve the matrix. And I was like, whoa, wow. So it's going to be pulsing something at Saturn to help dissolve these control systems and dark AI. And then I expressed concern for them sharing that with me because I'm like, you have to be kind of particular about what you share beforehand because I don't want to like mess up their plan, you know what I'm saying, by sharing it publicly. And to which they replied, "Nothing can stop what is coming." They said it very firm, the Lyrans. Nothing can stop what is coming. It is orders, great awakening, is what they said. I see Jupiter, and then they're telling me that 3i Atlas is interacting with all of the solar bodies in our solar system, and it's helping to push them up an octave, pushing everything up. And again, diminish control systems. I see the Lyrans and other beings. And some of this could include secret space programs and humans, like I was saying. For me, I've just had a very, very strong connection with the Lyrans. And so I've been getting a lot of information about that. But I do believe that this is very multi-layered. I see Lyrans and others. Sometimes they're on the ship. Sometimes they're off the ship. They're working with the library. They're shifting controls, pulses, frequency, etc. So they'll go in and out to kind of manage it. I asked about the other ships coming in, and I heard they are allies. And I feel the whole solar system is getting a reboot. Like we're literally getting a whole reboot. And I said, is there anything else you want to say about 3i Atlas? I see a Lyran take a book, like symbolizing the quantum library of information, codes, maybe even memories, soul retrieval, remembering who we are, right? Tapping into our divine sovereignty, our highest potential. And then I started to feel tingling going up my spine. And the quantum codes are already interacting with your center column, they said. The quantum codes from the sun, from 3i Atlas, which 3i Atlas is interacting with the sun, and then in turn also the sun is interacting with us. And maybe just feel if you can actually feel the tingling going up your spine. So your center column, you've got your chakra system, right? And as your center column becomes clear, you become a clear conduit for love, light, truth, stepping into your power. The quantum codes are already interacting with your center column. You are getting a system upgrade. They show me the heart. Focusing on the heart will magnify results. It will amplify. So focusing on your heart space, they're giving you some advice. I will go over that in just a second, Claire, about the LYRAN activation, but yes, definitely. So just focus on your center column for a second, guys. Just feel the energy coming through. You can even imagine light going up your center column. Golden light. Clearing, opening, and then focus on your heart, they said. You are getting a system upgrade. Focusing on the heart will magnify results. It will amplify. So through this window, this portal window of the eclipse, of the equinox, and then as 3i Atlas approaches, which it is supposed to get here by November, they're gauging. And I have an event coming up. I have a LYRAN activation event coming up in honor of 3i Atlas. So I'll share that with you guys in just a second. They also said drinking plenty of fluids, electrolytes, and nourishment right now. The increased frequency is helping and will help kill off some of the parasites global. So we're receiving like a huge uptick in frequencies and energy. And the parasites are like, they can control your mind, right? That's where we're seeing all this polarity and the anger and all of that. Like these parasites have been controlling people and working through people. It's very dark stuff. So doing a parasite cleanse, but also they're saying the frequencies coming in are naturally also helping to dissolve some of these parasites in the collective, which is the global exorcism that we're experiencing. But I feel we kind of got through the roughest part in the last week, and then it's starting to smooth out. It's starting to stabilize. What they were saying, the timeline's starting to stabilize. So increased frequency is helping, will help kill off some of the parasites global. And then they said born again, rebirth. So we are experiencing like a rebirth right now. Total system upgrade. And then I started feeling electrical sensations down my spine. Upgrades coming from the sun, going into the nervous system, solar, plasma information, plasma energy. Whole system reboot, clearing, upgrading, unblocking center channel. I was also picking up on some information that I picked this up from my Inner Earth contact Kay the other day, and then the Lyrans brought it up again. Gridlock, temporary, they said. So I was picking up on, since so much was shaken up over the last couple of weeks, since the Charlie Kirk thing and all of that, the timeline split, negative timelines dissolving, collapsing, us stabilizing this timeline, all the chaos coming out. It made things unstable. It was shaken up. So the grid was locked, they were saying, until humanity was ready and things were stable to proceed. Because if we get it all at once, like that would kill us. So it's happening in phases. So really interesting. This is the first time that they've said like so much happened, so much has transpired in the last 2 weeks that they literally like they locked the grid to kind of clear and smooth this out and stabilize this, help us to stabilize, and then we can move forward. And I'm getting the sense we are ready. Use this massive portal window with the eclipse and the equinox to smooth sailing. I saw smooth sailing, and then a heart. And that was the messages today from the Lyrans and updates from 3i Atlas. I'm looking forward to tapping into it more and seeing what else comes up as 3i Atlas approaches. Some really great messages, and I hope that I was able to transmit some of that energy to you, some of the frequency of that, and you're able to feel the Lyran's presence and feel the codes coming in, help balance and harmonize you, and activate and upgrade you, dissolving the distortions. So I do have an Eclipse Lyran activation from a previous year free on my YouTube channel. That would be fantastic. Even though it's from a previous year, like the energy still stands. It's quantum. These activations, I'm sort of like channeling in a sense, not in a sense where they're not taking over my body, but there's telepathic communication. And then my throat chakra actually has an additional third eye in it that is a portal. So I channel the energies through that way, and I bring in the Lyrans. I have a very, I just have a big gift with that. And also the sound of my voice has, from my Lyran heritage, helps to code the field. So it can help assist with clearing, with rapid activation and all of that. So it's very, very powerful. So I do have a Lyran Eclipse, if you look up Lyran Eclipse activation or Lyran activation, but I also just made an event coming up, a new Lyran activation that I'll show you guys. So this event will be held on October 18th. And it's going to be a long, probably about an hour long session. So it's a private event. There is a small fee, but I also have a discount code going on right now. You can get 22% off everything with code ATLAS on my website. So this will be a group activation where we work with the LYRANs. I bring in the LYRANs, they share their messages, and we retrieve divine blueprint codes from Three Eye Atlas and the quantum realm, the field. So it'll be a third eye activation. We're going to go in, that LYRANs have showed me, we're going to go in, we're going to work with your DNA, your divine template, and really help to clear and upgrade you. So it'll be about an hour-long session. I'll use my singing bowl, I'm sure. And let me go ahead and pull up my website. I wanted to make it in October as Three Eye Atlas comes a little bit closer. So it'll be its closest at the end of October. So it's going to be, the event will be October 18th. But you can watch the replay if you can't make it live. So it'll be a live event, but you have the link for it, so you don't have to be there live. It'll be Saturday at 12 p.m. PT, same time as my usual Sunday live streams. So here's the LYRAN activation, retrieve divine blueprint codes in honor of Three Eye Atlas special event. Again, an hour-long session to help clear, upgrade, activate you. And then I have other sessions, deep chakra healing with inner earth beings, DNA, and connect with your star family workshop that has an hour-long session at the end. The ultimate DNA activation kit, which is a full program to help you activate your DNA. It comes with 9 channeled activation sessions from the Arcturians, the Lyrans, the Pleiadians, like inner earth beings, all the different races. I also have a cord cutting, ancestral healing, and karma clearing, and then a psychic development class with an hour-long third eye activation at the end. So right now you can get 22% off just for a limited time with code ATLAS on any of these. I also have my retreat, October retreat. So that you don't get a discount on that one, but I do have a couple slots left if anybody is interested in joining us in Sedona, October 20th through 25th. But definitely sign up for the LYRAN activation if you can, and you can use the code ATLAS to get a discount on that as well. I made the price very low. But yeah, I'm super excited for that event coming up. And you can watch it as many times as you'd like. And again, if you can't make it there live, that's fine. So I wanted to wait until October so that it gets in closer. And yeah, the LYRANs are going to come through, and we're going to do a full body work session, DNA session, and activation session, upgrade session on you guys in that. So the link for that will be in the video description. Event online only. Yeah, so that will be an online event, the LYRAN activation. And then I am hosting my retreat in Sedona, October 20th through 25th. And there are a few slots left on that. Yep, use code ALICE for 22% off everything just for a limited time. Okay, guys. And then I also have tons of other activations on my YouTube channel. So feel free to look through that. Right now is a really potent time to be doing activations and meditations. Let me see if there was anything else I wanted to share with you guys. I wanted to go over some of the energies. I'll share something from the lovely Laura Eisenhower, who is an astrologer, about this eclipse season. Eclipse season has been no joke, with South Node Virgo and North Node Pisces being majorly activated. It is a major body, mind, spirit integration process. Ancestral patterns, old patterns of negative self-talk, physical body symptoms, coping mechanisms, feelings of wanting to leave at an all-time high. My phone does the opposite of autocorrect and scrambles everything I say. Okay, deep dive solar eclipse, new moon, Sunday, September 21st, 12:53 p.m., which where I'm at right now, that's actually in a few minutes. So we'll be together we're together here at the exact same time of the solar eclipse. So that's pretty cool. Welcome to the climax of Eclipse Season 2025. The sequel to September 7th blood moon lunar eclipse arrives as a solar eclipse in late Virgo, a new moon amplified threefold because it occurs on the moon's south node, the karmic axis of service and surrender. This is a hinge point. Outdated scripts dissolve so new storylines can emerge. Mercury, the ruler. How does the mind talk to the body? You may also be being effed with. Protect yourself from devices and interference or people not ready to handle your truth. So shields have been very important the past couple of weeks. Like I said, we're going through a collective exorcism, but as the Lyrans were sharing, we're getting a new wave of frequencies coming in right now to help dissolve those distortions. Still a great idea to shield up and create your sacred space. Keep your energy clear. This year's collective lesson is about letting go of what we cannot control. Since January 2025 and continuing into summer 2026, we've been unrooting ourselves from habits and agreements that keep us stuck. Now we reach a peak. Work structures, routines, and relationships that drain vitality are ready to release. Liberation brings mental and emotional breakthroughs in a lighter way of living. So that is from Laura Eisenhower, who is a fantastic astrologer. So a lot of the energy is breaking old cycles, old loops, emerging into the new. Like the Lyran said, rebirth. We're going through a rebirth period right now, and the energies are supporting that. Zach Fisher made a great post, so let's see what he has to say. Solar eclipse gateway, September 21st. This month hasn't been random. It's been a sequence. The lunar eclipse early in September pulled old contracts and patterns out by the roots. The 999 portal poured in the blueprints for who we're becoming, and now on September 21st, the solar eclipse arrives, and it's here to test what we've anchored. Astronomers call it a partial eclipse, most visible in the southern hemisphere, but spiritually, there's nothing partial about it. Anytime the sun is shadowed, even for a moment, what's hidden comes forward. Eclipses are cosmic filters. They strip away pretense and show us what is true. Again, the Lyran messages about the masks coming off, the matrix dissolving, the veil dissolving, the illusion dissolving. What you may feel around this time: sudden clarity about people, projects, or patterns that cannot come forward. Pressure in your chest or body as if something is being forced into alignment. Quick initiations, small but sharp tests that reveal whether you're standing in truth or leaning on old scaffolds. So I definitely can relate to that. Like just the small, sharp tests. Like I just experienced one yesterday. Pointed out some things that maybe some habits that I had been falling into that I needed to become aware of, and how I'm interacting with the people that are close to me. Making sure that we're in alignment, that we are being present in the moment. And if there are any kind of crutches or anything unhealthy that is drawing our attention away, that we balance that out. How to move with it. Stay steady. Don't chase what's dissolving. Again, just old habits, old ways of being dissolving. Protect what's sacred. Not everyone deserves access to your light. Anchor a clear intention. Even 3 words spoken with conviction ripple through the collective. Now, that's really important. Your voice is so powerful. Your intention is so powerful. That's literally like the first step to anything. You set an intention instead of just kind of wondering like, oh, I hope this happens. No, say, I intend for this. My intention is divine alignment with my highest purpose, with my highest path. My intention is to assist in anchoring humanity's highest timeline. My intention is to let go of what no longer serves me and bring in a new chapter, anchoring in my sovereignty, my highest potential. My intention is to retrieve the codes and upgrades from 3i Atlas, from the sun, through this portal window, whatever is available to us. Whatever your intentions are, just say them out loud. Come up with 3. And after the eclipse, expect a few days of emotional fallout, potentially. Things revealed may sting at first. I went through that yesterday, but clarity always serves. Sometimes ripping the band off hurts a little bit. Then you got to see what's going on under it. Then it can heal. Integration will come in waves, new insights, new alignments, and sometimes surprising openings that weren't visible before. Many will feel drained, but in that emptiness is a space for the new to settle. Rest, ground, and let your body catch up to what your spirit already knows. The lunar eclipse emptied the vessel. The 999 poured in the codes. Now the solar eclipse seals the work, and in the days after, we begin to live from that seal. This is where we prove, not with words, but with presence, that we are ready to embody what we came here to carry. Don't fear the shadow. It only proves the light is rising. Edge of shadow, edge of light. We rise together. And again, through the portal that we are experiencing, we can call that in, right? The signs most impacted by today's solar eclipse: Gemini, which is me; Virgo, which is my roommate, and we're like, what the heck's going on? Sagittarius, Pisces. These individuals are entering a brand new era of their lives, and any endings they may experience now are clearing the way for new beginnings and unexpected opportunities. For them, this eclipse can feel especially intense and transformative, and a catalyst catalyze significant changes in their daily lives. Explore this energy more deeply within the full write-up. So that was a post from Instagram that I enjoyed. But it's affecting all of us. It's just affecting Gemini, Virgo, and the other ones like a little bit more extreme. So cool. That's about it. What I've got for you guys. Please give this video a like. Yeah, I'm also a Gemini. So it's affecting all of us. And let's go ahead and set 3 intentions for this portal window. Go ahead. We'll do it together. Set our intentions together. 3 intentions for this portal window. Eclipse, the equinox. What are you pulling in? My intention is to activate and embody my divine blueprint. My intention is to embody love, light, and my highest potential. My divine, my perfect divine embodiment already exists, and I am embodying it now. Your perfect divine embodiment literally already exists. It is a frequency, it is a reality. So go ahead and just call that in now. And that encompasses many things: abundance, health, new gifts and abilities activating, ease of life, dancing with the universe, and divine alignment with your higher self. We anchor in love. We open our hearts, and let's go ahead and just visualize our hearts opening. See that emerald green color emanating from your chest, from your heart, from your field. We call in this divine light. See golden Christ consciousness coming through your crown chakra, your upper chakras above your head, your crown, your third eye, your throat, your heart, solar plexus, sacral, root, all lighting up. And the heart chakra expanding with the beautiful green light. Anchoring in the golden Christ consciousness grid through you, down into the earth. Pulling up the 5D crystalline grid of the earth, pulling it up and anchoring it within your heart. Anchoring the golden Christ consciousness grid in the heart, anchoring the 5D crystalline grid in the heart. And then see your heart chakra expanding, the emerald green light expanding, entering in to the cells, your DNA, this beautiful golden and emerald light. Upgrades, clearing, healing, harmonizing, balancing, bringing in your divine wisdom, access to it, and then see that expanding out through the grid and lighting up the rest of the planet. The green heart energy, emerald green, just see the earth being engulfed in an emerald green heart chakra light. Healing, clearing, loving, opening. And so it is. Anchoring that in. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Who is everybody here? If I said that right. Thank you, everybody who is here right now. Please give this video a like, drop a comment. It helps the channel. Share this. I'll probably be posting the 3-Eye Atlas bit with some other commentary on that after this. And again, also, limited time sale I'm running right now, 22% off anything on my website besides the retreat with code ATLAS. And if you can, please sign up for the LYRAN Activation 3-Eye Atlas or Third Eye Atlas Divine Blueprint event coming up in October. The link is right there in the video description. And if you are looking for CBD, I've partnered with Hopewell Farm CBD, and you can get 10% off with code LILY10. Fantastic CBD. That's also at the very bottom of the description. All right, guys, I hope you have a wonderful eclipse, an amazing fall equinox. I will see you guys next time. Sending love. Sending love. Oh, also on the LYRAN activation, you'll have the opportunity, if you're there live, to ask questions with the LYRANs. So after the activation portion. So there will be a live chat if you can make it there live. If you can't make it live, then you can watch the replay. So, yeah, just wanted to add that in. And the Rainbow Warrior meditation sound bowl that Lily did. Thank you, Amanda. That is a really great idea. So that is on my page too. If you go down to the videos tab, you'll see the Rainbow Warrior activation. I use all of my singing bowls. It's about 30 minutes. It's a really good chakra attunement. So meditate today if you can. Do a little bit of energy work and do some self-care. Set your intentions. And I will see you guys next time. See you later, Star Brothers and Sisters.